Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Saley. I honestly haven't had a chance to make a YouTube video because I've just been really busy with life and with work and a lot of things. But today I wanted to come to the channel and just speak to you guys about my faith, I guess. I went to church last Sunday. It was Palm Sunday, and as some of you know, it's Easter this Sunday and Good Friday is tomorrow. So there's a lot of church right now in my life. So I kind of just wanted to talk about my feelings and stuff like that and growing up in that atmosphere. So first of all, I'm sorry about the lighting. It's pretty dark out, and I don't really have good lighting right now. But anyway, so I grew up in a household where church was priority. Both my parents were involved in church. My mom would sing in the church, I guess, band. My dad would play the drums, and we would go to church on Wednesdays. We would go to church on Saturdays to practice for Sundays. And me and my sister both grew up in a youth group in a Spanish church. So that atmosphere was good and bad. Um, it kept us really protected. So growing up, I was really kind of in a bubble. Um, I didn't really know much about the world. I didn't really get to experience a lot of things because my parents always made sure that we were just very shelled. And I appreciate that a lot, but it was kind of hard to grow up and accept things and learn things and be accepting of others because of that. So basically, me and my sister grew up in a youth group. It was a very tight youth group. We had really great friends in that church, in that youth group. My family was very close, and we grew up like that all our lives. So I definitely would say I had faith. And growing up, I definitely started to have a relationship with God. That's what my religion sees it as, a relationship, not just like a religion. So I did start to have a relationship with God, and I got baptized when I was 15 years old, out of choice. So after that, there were some events in my life that happened. You know, I went through my first heartbreak. I started my first job, and starting that job really opened my eyes to a lot of people, a lot of things that I had no idea about. For example, drinking, smoking, just all that general stuff. It really opened my mind and my eyes to see what the world was like. And, I had a point where I was kind of rebellious, and I just wanted to experience that myself. So I did that for a while, and I kind of grew away from God and church and stuff like that. I would still go to church every Sunday, but I was just there because I kind of just had to be there. Um, and then, my first heartbreak really hurt, and I kind of got a little bit mad at God. I kind of blamed Him because I didn't understand why I was being punished or whatever. In my head, I was just angry. So I held that in my heart. And, that happened, and I just started distancing myself. My family also went through a divorce, and that divorce really also made me just grow bitter towards the idea of faith and religion and all that stuff, because I didn't understand how someone could grow up in that environment and still feel so much pain and have so many bad things happen to them. So throughout that first heartbreak, throughout my family getting a divorce, I really just stayed away from God. I moved out of my dad's house, and I was living with my ex-boyfriend for a while, and I wouldn't really go to church, and if I did, it was because my family would want me to. And I wouldn't say recently, but pretty a few months ago, I was really in a dark place, and I just really needed something to I just need to open my eyes back to what made me feel at peace, because I struggle with having peace. I struggle with anxiety. I worry too much about the future. I worry too much about the past. I worry too much about my own feelings. So it started probably the end of last year, where I would go to church maybe once a month, and every time I went to church, I just felt a sense of peace, and not because I was physically at church, but the preaching that the pastor would make always spoke to me and always spoke to my heart and my mind. And I just like, I still don't go every Sunday. I don't go every Wednesday like I used to. I don't know if I would say I do believe in God. I know I don't have a strong relationship with God, but I do believe that there is a God, and you know, it brings me peace to know that there is someone who loves me and someone who died for me, basically, which is what Good Friday is about, and then Easter, Him resurrecting. There's a lot of good movies out there that really show you what the timeline was like during this time, and I guess this just whole week has really touched my heart in a way. Last Sunday when I went to church, the message spoke to me. The pastor was just speaking about, you know, everything is in God's hands. God always has a purpose and a reason for everything He does. And, you know, I continue to struggle. There's always something in life that will get you down and will want to bring you back down. But it brings me a lot of ease and peace knowing that there is a plan for me. There is someone in control, and I don't have that control. And I'm working on it, you know, continuously every day. But it does bring me a sense of peace. And I just, you know, I really recommend that if you are struggling with anxiety, with a lot of like depression, all that kind of stuff, find something that really makes you feel at ease. I'm not saying like I go to church every Sunday, I'm not saying anything like that, but I'm saying that for some reason that continues, like whenever I go visit church and go listen to these preachings, or you know, Easter, like all this time, like Christmas, you know, religious holidays come around, it's really nice to just be reminded of that there is someone who loves you and cares about you without you really having to try to be perfect or anything like that. Bad things happen to everyone, you know, life isn't always easy, but there is a purpose for everything. And I know this video has been kind of scattered in the way I'm saying things, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys got that point across, that there is a purpose for everything. Everything happens for a reason, basically. And, you know, for me, that helps me a lot in my day-to-day basis. But yeah, so thanks for listening to me, guys. I know this was a very, like, I don't know where video. Please let me know what kind of videos you guys want from me. I will try my best, you know, with time, with work. I do a lot of stuff, go to the gym. I've been on a health journey now, trying to, like, do other stuff that I normally don't do. But yeah, so please add me in my social media. I have Snapchat that I use pretty frequently. It's Iseli Rocio, ISCELYROCIO. And I do appreciate you guys giving me the time of day and listening to me. And please comment below what your thoughts are on religion and faith. And, you know, everyone has their own story and their own journey. And I'm definitely still going through mine. I don't know what the ending will be, but I do know that I'm very grateful that I have a family who does have that background. They go to church. They are very accepting and loving. Both my parents, all my family, they have shown a lot of love and acceptance throughout a lot of things that have happened in my life. And, you know, I think a lot of that comes from having a relationship with God, their relationships with God, you know, and I really do appreciate that, and I'm so grateful for that in my life, because that keeps me grounded when I feel like I'm out of control. So yeah, so if you guys do celebrate Easter, happy Easter. You know, enjoy it with your family. Think about the purpose, the reason why we celebrate Easter, and I hope you guys have a great one. Bye.